Alright, so this has been long overdue. I have had this deck for a while. I've worked with it for a while. I haven't really posted with it yet, so we're gonna have to change that. This is a very cool retro deck that has recently been re-released. It's called the Elemental Tarot by Caroline Smith and John Astrop. It's a deck that was originally published in 1988. The newer version does look a little bit different design-wise. This is a really interesting deck because of a couple of things. It was really cheap. It was like, I got it off amazon.co.uk and I got it for like £12. The original retail price is $24.99, but I got it for way less, and I got a new copy. It's published by never heard of them. Welbeckpublishing.com, never heard of them. But they're really great. So what do you get? You get this lovely drawer style box, which I love. Like, seriously, if I were to own a tarot store, I know exactly what kind of decks that I would be stocking. It would be a lovely mix of very affordable mass market decks and indie decks. You get a really good and hefty guidebook with a lot of information that we're not all gonna delve into right now because there's so much on the cards already, but the book is just great. I love it. And then we have the deck. It's in a double tray box and they're all in order, so I don't want to mess the order up, but I have to say I really do hate boxes like these. I hate them, but you know, like, this was the cheapest way for me to actually get the deck. So let me get this. Look at this plastic as well. Like, that's kind of a minor little flaw that I'm not too happy with. However, I have divided the deck into its suits. So let's start with majors. So yeah, what's so special about the majors? There's a lot of information on the cards. We have the title, we have astrological symbolism, we have, maybe I can bring them in even further. No, let's just keep it like this. We have a keyword and we have a little poem. And this little poem is where it's at for me because this was really cool. Let me read you from the guidebook what these poems on the major arcana are. In 1945, near the Egyptian town of Nag Hammadi, a jar was found containing ancient papyruses which proved to be a series of Gnostic texts written and collected by early Christians. Among the texts is a strange and beautiful poem spoken through the mouth of the divine feminine power, Sophia, entitled The Thunder, Perfect Mind. It is, in its fusing of opposites, most apt with respect to the meaning of the major arcana of the tarot. On each of the 22 cards, a line or two from the poem, printed at the bottom of the card, reflects something of the essence of that particular card, which I really love. I love that about this deck. It's freaking amazing. Because it really kind of sheds a new light on what the major arcana means, what it stands for, or what it can stand for. I think it's really interesting. I had heard of this text, but I never really sought it out, and I really love this whole old, new, fresh point of view. So we start with the Fool. Potential. I am the unlearned, and they can learn from me. I adore that. I love that. I love the imagery of this naked person standing in front of this tree. I just adore it. Now at the bottom of the card, you see this blue oval right there, and that stands for the element of spirit. So it's simply amazing. I love it. I really do. The cardstock of this deck leaves something to be desired, although it's better than the 1988 cardstock. So don't expect superb cardstock at all. It will probably hold up just fine. Number 1, the Trickster. So that's interesting. It's not necessarily the Magician, but the Trickster, which is it's very apt because we get Mercury right here. Mercury is always tied to the Magician, and Mercury is a Trickster. The keyword is confidence. I am knowledge, and I am ignorance. I'm falsehood, and I am truth. Love it. Then we come into a very interesting card. So lots of these cards have been renamed. The Virgin, rather than the High Priestess. Receptivity. I'm shame, and I'm boldness. I'm shameless, and I am ashamed. And I'm just a sucker for poetry, small poems. I just love them. Then we have the Empress. Mother. I'm the whore and the holy one. I'm the wife and the virgin. I love that so much. The Emperor. Father. I'm the ruler of my offspring, and my power is from him. The Pope. Belief. I am sinless, and the root of all sin derives from me. I think this is gorgeous. I think this is lovely. Also, the illustration style is really, really retro. I have a thing for decks from the 70s and the 80s. I just love it. And this really like encapsulates that whole kind of stance that I have on the Hierophant, where it's kind of like, you know, like he is a great teacher and he knows how to not be a sinner, but, you know, there is also a lot of like oppression and evil whateverness coming from him. So I love that. 6, choice. Yes. Any deck creator that recognizes that the Lovers is as much about choice as it is about love gets my like 10 out of 10 score. Passion. Whatever I will happens to me. So even if you don't really like this deck, I know a lot of people are looking for their holy grail deck in their consumerist path of acquiring tarot decks, which I'm guilty of as well, guilty as charged. Even if you don't like the style, or even if you don't like the drawings, it's a great study deck. Then we have the 7, Victory for the Chariot. Ambition. Oh, I didn't even do the poem, did I? Whatever I will happens to me for the Lover. Sorry, I gotta focus. I'm just too excited about this deck. 7, the Chariot. Victory. Ambition. I'm compassionate and I'm cruel. I'm the one who is praised and the one despised. Really interesting. Number 8, Strength. And instead of a lion, we get a 3-headed snake. Health. What you see outside you, you see inside you. It is visible and it is your garment. 9, Shaman instead of the Hermit. Will. In my weakness, do not forsake me. Do not be afraid of my power. And I love that because we see that Hermit on that hill and he is very powerful and he has a lot of knowledge, but it's almost like he chose to be on that hill, or in this case, it's kind of a gender fluid kind of being. We can't really tell if it's a he or a she, but they chose to be on that hill, but also they are kind of being shunned. People are a little bit afraid, maybe even. 10, Fate. Change. I'm control and the uncontrollable. Do not be ignorant of me. Be on your guard. Love that. 11, Law. System. I'm the one who is called justice, and I'm gross inequity. 12, Hanged Man. Love that. Sacrifice. I'm the knowledge of my inquiry. I can't speak. I'm the knowledge of my inquiry. 13, Death. Transformation. I'm the one whom they call life and the one whom you call death. Like, wow. And these are all from that, like, one big poem that they found in Egypt, and I love it. 14, Peace. Justice. I am the judgment and I'm acquittal. I'm the acquittal. This is really interesting, right? Because normally we're kind of used to seeing temperance here. So this is quite interesting. I'm going to check this out in the guidebook really quickly. Because actually in my working with this deck, I've never had this card. Kindness, harmony, benevolence. From behind the black mountains, a huge, wide, bird-headed angel stretches out gentle hands to touch two kneeling gray figures. The angel is the angel of peace and represents our higher spiritual values and enlightenment. The figures, a man and a woman, are crying, bent with sorrow, on the barren desert earth where their tears fall. 7 spring flowers grow. The new flowers show that out of the expression of sorrow and despair can come peace and positive growth. So this is really interesting, and this is the card of true justice, so not justice, true justice. And also we do kind of get that alchemy and that transmutation of the tears into the flowers. So yeah, there is a lot there to unpack, which I won't be able to do right now because it would be a 6-hour video or a complete course, and we're not doing that. 15, Devil, Desire. I'm the slave of him who prepared me. That's really interesting. We all do this onto ourselves, don't we? 16, Tower, Survival. Hear me, learn from my word. You who know me, I'm the union and the dissolution. Amazing. 17, Star, Hope. I'm substance and one who has no substance. Do not be ignorant of me. Interesting. The Moon, Illusion. Like, a lot of these keywords really gel with the way I read already, so that's really great. I'm the one whose image is great, and I'm the one who has no image. 19, the Sun, Awareness. Come forward to me and establish great ones among the small. Come forward to childhood. 20, Judgment, Forgiveness. I'm the one who cries out and I listen. I'm the knowledge of my name. And the last one, Aeon. Now, this card, trips a lot of people up because we're kind of used to seeing the world in this position, in the 21 position. Let me give you a little lesson on where the term Aeon comes from. So Aeon is kind of the Thoth Crowley term. And it's about us entering a new era, us entering a new age. Some of them refer to it as the age of Aquarius, where we are entering a new state of consciousness, and we've been entering for a while. So come on, hurry up, Aeon. But yeah, you can kind of read it as the world. It's like the completion of a cycle and also the start of a new cycle. Synthesis. I'm the first and the last. I'm the utterance of my name. Now, how amazing is this? It's a great study deck as well as a great art deck, as well as a great way for you to learn new things, learn a new system. I love the illustrations. I also kind of love the simple backs. But this is not where it ends. Because then we can head into the suits, and the suits also have a lot of great symbolism. Let me put the ace there. So we have the elemental symbol right here. They're not very recognizable all the time, but it's more like a color thing that they use. It's all very detailed and explained in great detail in the guidebook. So we have the One of Fire, and these are all tied to deities, so that's interesting. Qianmu, Chinese goddess of lightning, and we have the keyword lightning right here. Now what's interesting is that all of these cards, and for you to be able to see it, you kind of have to see them all in succession, so I'm going to try to do 3 at a time, kind of show a development. So we have the Ace, which is lightning. Then we have the 2, the lightning has struck the earth. Now we have a flame. Then we have 3, beacon. The flame kind of becomes a beacon. Bear with me here. And then we have 4, hearth. Now, numerologically, this is really interesting because, like I already said, We have the lightning, which is kind of the start. Tianmu, Chinese goddess of lightning. Then we have the 2 of fire, which is Ishtar, Mesopotamian goddess of love. Then we have the 3, beacon, Shamash, Mesopotamian sun god. Then we have 4, hearth, Vesta, Roman goddess of domestic fire, which is kind of that structure, right? So you really see that numerological growth. The 5, the furnace, where things get a little bit too hot, like everything's melting. So we get Ogun, African god of iron and steel. Then we have the torch that we kind of use to move forward, right? Nike, Greek goddess of victory. We victoriously move forward from that, out of that furnace. The meteor, 7 of fire. Hino, Iroquois spirit of thunder. Then we have the 8, which is the volcano. So it's that swift eruption of fire energy. Chantico, Mexican goddess of fire. Then we have the 9, which is radiance. We're literally radiating from within because the 9s are all about the inner realm. Atar, Persian god of fire. And last but not least, we have the 10 of fire, which is Odin, Scandinavian god of battle, and that's flare. So we really see a nice numerological kind of ascendance of the suit as we travel through that suit. And then we have the daughter of fire, which is Armatus, the moon in summer. We have the sun, which is Athame, the sun in summer. Then we have the mother of fire, Festativi, the earth in summer. And then we have the father of fire, Tariel, which is the angel of summer. So there's a lot to unpack here. Even with these ones, there's more glyphs on the side that I haven't even gotten into. This is all that I have like gotten into so far. So maybe I'll even do another video about this. So then we go into the suit of air. So you can recognize them because of the color down here. All right, so we have breath. Notice, Greek god of the south wind. Then we have 2 of air, the Zephyr. Anu, Assyrian Babylonian god of the heavens. And then we have 3, breeze. So the breath goes from to Zephyr, goes to the breeze. 3 of air, Kue Xing, Chinese god of scholarship. So all of these are very much already about like air gods or gods of the mind, which is great. Then we have ozone, 4 of air, Quetzalcoatl. I don't know, I never really knew how to pronounce that. Aztec god of wind and sea breezes. Then the 5, the storm, because the 5s are always difficult, right? 5 of air, Adad, Assyrian god of storms and floods, yes. Open air, so the sky is clearing again. 6 of air, Hermes, Greek god of eloquence and travelers. Wind, 7 of air, Aboriginal god of the sky, so the wind, it kind of picks up speed. Then we have the 8, the cloud, Beelzebub, Chernobog, Slavic gods of day and night. And then the 9, thunder, Jumala, Finnish god of thunder. And 10, the culmination of the suit, the cyclone, 10 of air, Harukan, Guatemalan god of the whirlwind. And then we have the daughter of air, which is Agusita, the moon in spring. The son of air, which is Abraham, the sun in spring. Then we have the mother of air, which is the earth in spring. And then we have the father of air, which is Karakasa, the angel of spring. So what's interesting about this, let me show you real quick because I didn't before, and I do know that this is a little bit chaotic, but who cares? I'm not a professional YouTuber. This is not my job. I'm just here to school the children, learn you guys, teach you guys new things, new interesting things. So we have a really interesting court system right here. We have Agusita, the moon in spring, Abraham, the sun in spring, Amadai, the earth in spring, Karakasa, the angel of spring. So what we get is, this is kind of different from most systems. So I'm going to check it really quickly in the guidebook because I don't want to sound like an awkward thing. Yeah. So we have the meaning of the family. So the daughter of fire, the daughter of earth, the daughter of air, and the daughter of water. So water, the daughter of air is air plus water. The son of air is air plus fire, okay? The mother of air is air plus earth, like I thought. And the father of fire is, father of air is air plus air, right there. So it kind of differentiates a little bit from some systems. So we have water of air, fire of air, earth of air, and air of air. And usually the mother would be water of air and the daughter would be earth of air. So they kind of switch those around. So that would make interesting readings as well. But yeah, like I said, I absolutely love it. I am in love with all of these ingenious systems that they have used. So that's really cool and really interesting. Let's move on to the receptive suits, starting with water. So we have one of water, Sin, Babylonian moon god, and that's the fountain. So it starts with a nice little fountain. Then we go into the spring, two of water, Nanshe, Assyrian goddess of waters and springs. And then we kind of grow into a spa. So there's definitely that development, that growth there. Three of water, Eshmun, Phoenician god of healing and health. Okay, cool. So then we have a moat, four of water, Chengwan, Chinese god of walls and ditches. Southern rain, five of water, Fa, African god of destiny. Oasis, like we're out of the rain and we're in the chill oasis, Izuli, Erzuli, Haitian goddess of love and dreams. Then we go into the ocean, so we're kind of like treading bigger waters now. Then we head into the 8, which is the well, which is kind of deep. It's kind of, and I realize that I sometimes forget to mention the gods or goddesses or little details, but I don't really care. I kind of want to keep this under 30 minutes. Naki, Finnish spirit of the waters. The lake, 9 of water, Gaia, Greek mother goddess. And the 10, coastal waters. 10 of water, Nordic gods of seas, god of seas and ships. So I really love it. And then we have the daughter of water, which is the moon in autumn, Matasinais. Son of water, Abragini, the sun in autumn. Mother of water, Rabinara, the earth in autumn. And father of water, Tarquam, the angel of autumn. So this is really, really interesting, and I really like this, and I love all these ideas, and I love decks that I can actually learn from, decks that offer me depth. So, the 1 of earth is the seed, Benten, Chinese goddess of good luck. The 2 of earth is plant. So, we have a seed, it's being planted, Renpet, Sumerian goddess of youth and spring. Then we have the growth, right? So the plant has been growing and it's bearing fruits. 3 of earth, Ptah, Egyptian goddess of, or Egyptian god of artisans. So that really shows that numerical growth. So then we headed to the structure with clay, 4 of earth, Bochicha, Colombian creator god. Quake, 5 of earth, Ushas, Hindu goddess of the dawn. Harvest, 6 of earth, Akka, Finnish goddess of harvest. 7 of earth, Avalanche, Mot, Phoenician god of harvest and change. Mountain, 8 of earth, Taluetati, Chinese emperor of the eastern peak. The Nine of Earth is the Forest, where we can kind of turn inward again and kind of hide. Savitri, Hindu King of Heaven. And the Ten of Earth is the Desert. Telepinu, Hittite god of vegetation. Now this is interesting to me as well, because normally we kind of see abundance in the culmination of the suit. So let's see what they have to say about Ten of Earth. In a bar and dull landscape, a pale figure, blindfolded, walks uncertainly towards the unknown. He clasps a sapling. Pliant, healthy, alive. Okay. 9 new leaves indicate the potential for future growth. A gray figure, turned on his head, clutches a box from which escapes a shower of golden coins. A mask hides his true face. In the distance is a symbol of sand or desert. Nothing else visible is on the horizon. Tens are not generally happy cards, and the Ten of Earth could represent something that is deeply concerning to you at this very moment. Usually it will indicate the crash of a material or financial project in the recent past. Okay, so this is interesting. This is also very much to me about the Ten of Earth sometimes being the fake happy 10, where a lot of people kind of call it the more like blunt material happiness, material gain, whereas the Ten of Cups is the ultimate perfect bliss card. So that's kind of interesting. I love that that's different. And then we have the Daughter of Earth, Athaterim, the moon in winter, Son of Earth, Komutov, the sun in winter, Mother of Earth, Jeremiah, the earth in winter, and last but not least, Father of Earth, Setarari, the angel of winter. I really enjoyed this. There's way more that I can do to dive deeply, oh my god, I can't speak, into this deck. It was really cheap. The book that it comes with is great. This has been Levi from Masculine Intuition Readings, and this is the Elemental Tarot by Caroline Smith and John Ashtrop. Available everywhere now. Get it. Learn something new. It's interesting. It's fun.